everyone, this is Nico, Allan, Johannes, and you are watching a TasteTest series. Welcome and thank you. Everything's okay, and yeah, like you see on intro and title, and probably because you search for this is a PUCKO cocoa drink. And it is right here, bigger one, 400 milliliters, really sizey thingy. Like this is normal alver paper roll, and it is size of an it almost. Really massive and cool looking glass bottle, PUCKO original chocolate milk. So it is a cocoa and milk. So chocolate like powder, you know, you make hot chocolate of it. It is like a cold drink, cold beverage of a milk and cocoa powder, sweetened cocoa powder. Nice little cork on it, and you can see on bottom all the stuff. You need to shake it. As usually, all type of a milky thingies that has something powdery inside of them needs to be shaken. So let's shake it and talk a little bit. So as you see in the intro, or the in the intro, it's indoor intro. When you come in the video, you saw me having a 3 of these. I'm gonna make the videos in this day probably as well, that I can make best comparison to this original one. They are two different types of taste. They didn't have a big bottles in my store, so they are in little bottles, and original PUCKO gonna get all the sizey glory. So yeah, I don't know much more what I'm about to say this, but I believe this gonna be good. I believe so. So those 2 videos gonna be soon. If you wanna know what they are already, go back to intro and watch it again and read the labels. So yeah, I don't gonna have before this much to say about PUCKO. It's really old I believe, like in brand name, PUCKO in Europe, mostly in Sweden. To Finnish people, it is like a Swedish local store thing, PUCKO. And yeah, it is in glass bottle. So this is cool as well, because you don't see anymore like in any chocolate drinks or like even sodas a glass bottle. They all are in a washing plastic bottles, and you know the news about plastic. So yeah, original chocolate PUCKO, chocolate milk, mild and rund. I don't know what that means, but yeah. I bought this from Sweden, local market close to the border, and yeah, I don't really much have anything else to say about this so far. It's chocolate drink. If you like chocolate drink, drinks it. I don't have a seasonal thingy that drink it summer. Yeah, drink it summer, because this is cold and glass bottle. So yeah, drink it summer drink. It is like hot chocolate is for winter, so yeah, summer drink. Not the greatest, because it's not like refreshing feeling. It's gonna make you feel bit heavier, and stuffed than like something like lemon lime drinks, and yeah, like mojito or something like that. So maybe summer drink, maybe just an enjoying drink or something else, but yeah, everyone who likes chocolate drinks. So yeah, let's crack it open and listen to the voice of it. I have mic so far away from this, so okay, I have this type of a mic set up now, so let's listen. Okay, I need to hold it over there, so let's gonna crack it up. Bum! Yeah. I'm a bit sick. I have had flu and bit of a temperature problem, so you know temperature, what I'm talking about. Where I have it? I lost it there. It is like this type of temperature problem. So yeah. So I'm a bit stuffed with an A. Tell it to me. I cannot say it, but I know it is in a Spanish, mocos. So yeah, that is stuffed deeply inside my PUCKO chocolate drink. Let's have a sip. And I cannot taste shit because of my flu. God damn it. I cannot taste anything. I cannot taste even slightly chocolate or thingy in there. So, because of my flu. Sadly. And this bottle says Svensk Klassiker, so it is Swedish. Like right there it says it is Swedish, Svensk Klassiker. So yeah, I was right. I cannot taste anything, but still tastes nice in my mouth, feels nice. Not so like creamy, it's more watery, so more of a milk condition than creamy condition. I like it as well. It's not like, I cannot say it now, but usually when you make homemade cold cocoa drink like this, it's most of the time gonna have even a too much or too much, or a maybe a little bit more, like you think about that of your drink. But I know myself, because I have drinking this so many times. This is like from my local stores in Finland and normal daily brands you see on markets everywhere in Finland, and their drinks, chocolate drinks, are so different than PUCKO. They are just like I said, more creamy, more heavy, and yeah, they are not so like original and original. So yeah, PUCKO is in my option the best, even I cannot taste now a shit. PUCKO is the best chocolate milk product in the markets. I have drinking a lot of oat stuff as well, original and chocolate and coffee thingies. Those are made in oat and not having what milk or any kind of thingies at all inside, and they are good and different. This is how I will like my home chocolate to be. Yeah. So PUCKO, I cannot say now. I want the proper taste from this to say the proper score for it now, but because my flu, sadly, I'm gonna give it 7 out of maximum of 10 for the taste. For the design, some printing problems or cracks, printing problems. Over there, those dots over there are printing problems. They are not the scratches. So yeah, that's gonna get down. Glass is always good, and clean it up. Yep. Cork, like this type of a cork. I'm gonna give it, because this is so vintage looking, retro looking bottle. I'm gonna give this 8 out of maximum of 10. So 8 points it got for the design. Awesome. And yeah, PUCKO recommended to taste, because in my opinion it is the greatest, most baddest chocolate drink on the market. And appearance makes one part of it, because it's glass bottle, vintage looking, and yeah. Probably because if you haven't seen never ever like PUCKO bottle, you're gonna think if I'm drinking a 100 years old drink or something. No, I'm not. Just bought it from the market. So yeah, because I know myself, when I once was inside another country, Turkey, in there we went like a, not like market, but like store, like corner store or something like that. We went in that, and even the hotel stores had a stuff that looked like, has that been there 100 years? Like, yeah. I know the feelings when you see something you haven't seen, but you see and the feeling, then someone else sees the same thing you saw first time again. So I know this new bottle, I know this has changed a little bit of his original appearance. Even it's not a much at all. Go Google pictures and search PUCKO original bottle, and you know the difference. But yeah, you know what I mean. If you live with it and you see it in the original bottle that has not been opened, has been remaked, like if this has been off the shelf a 15 years, like 5 and 5, like 15 years, if it has been so far out from the markets and from the production, so, and it's, you're gonna see it again in market, remade and reproduced, you're gonna notice the difference between it, like, and you're gonna see it like it is new. And if you're gonna take the old bottle you have been saving in your closet 15 years or 16 or 17 when it was produced before, from that time you're gonna take the bottle, and even it is the exactly same thingy, you feel differently for the new one than the old bottle. Even the taste is exactly same, you gonna feel differently to the new bottle than the old bottle. And the person who see it first time and don't know shit about it, and it looks like retro because it is the original and it is 15 years past it and everything has changed like shit. And yeah, it looks like the original one, like this almost does. They are like, ooh, fucking retro, nice, I'm gonna taste this. They are not like a, or maybe they are like as well, like it has been, how old is that? It is just made. Oh, what? This is so cool looking bottle, I'm gonna save this. Like, you know. Like that type of things are like interesting in human mind, how they react to the something memory than something new. You know? If it's a fucking good memory, you're gonna hype it all the way through when you're gonna see something in that memory again. So yeah, that is really interesting about human mind, how it works, and as well like emotional walls. Like you wanna go a bike trip, you're gonna take your bike and leave from your city, leave from your country even maybe. You're gonna drive, and before the emotional wall is all the personal, but for example, you're gonna go out from your city, and there is like from the area you mostly have been, like in all day life, like going in the markets and stuff, and like the middle of the city or the big, like the smaller house plants over the city, all around over the city, and you're gonna leave your city and you're gonna have like very like like as a first timer I had like fucking emotional wall of it, that I got out of my city, crossed the border, and there is still the market, and I can see long way before a first turn behind my pack. Before the first turn, I can see it long time before against my pack. When the first turn came, and very close to it, a first P spot where you can park your car, and parking spot, you know, like those thingies, parking spot, like that type of a spot that I have there, like that type of a spot came, first one of parking spot. It is really close to the corner of the turn, and I sit over there, didn't think nothing. Before that I had thinking like, should I go back, should I just take a ride from my dad, because I was going into Marknad, Pajala Marknad, where I have been all the years, and I was deciding to go with my bike. And before that B spot, I think it all the way through this B spot, that should I call my dad and turn back and get the ride from him to the Pajala. And I didn't, because I wanted it. It felt a fucking heavier than ever, riding a 6 hours in the city and being out 6 hours and being in movement all the time. The bike trip to the B spot, that I saw the market behind me. I didn't see it anymore, so it was behind me. So after that, it just felt like every day in your city. It was easier to go when you pass the emotional fall. Those are fucking heavy, and those things makes a humans more like working people. Like they just gonna keep on everything. So you need to break those emotional walls and keep going forward. Like those type of things. It can be anything. It can be like investment to something new or something like that. It's all in your head, and you need to take sometimes a risks. You need to believe in yourself and break through those emotional walls and go on, you know. So that was a so special PUCKO chocolate drink that made me wanna talk. Thank you, PUCKO. I'm thankful for you, and I'm thankful for you, each of you as well, who are watching this. So thank you. PUCKO got from the TasteTest 7 points, sadly, because my flu. And design got 8 points. My name is Nico Allan Johannes. This was a TasteTest series, and yeah, thank you. And we will see sometime in the future. Bye.